Alrighty then. Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 637. Writing as a veteran or any other group. There's Stanley hanging out. He hasn't had his breakfast yet, but soon. Alright. Writing as a veteran or as any other group, individual, small group. I have to ask, why would you put yourself in that kind of box? I throw it in my bio, but that's to sell my military sci-fi and my thrillers, which are based on military and political relations that I had. However, first and foremost, international best-selling author. That's what people are looking for. They're looking for the quality of the story, and that is going to be the biggest group that you can touch noses with, that will relate to you, is because of the quality of the story. Like Lucy Score just hit #1 New York Times Bestselling Author. #1 New York Times. Everything else is secondary to a book that resonates with a huge readership. So this would always be your main selling point, is that it's a quality story. Other marginalized groups, yes, you can relate. However, don't put yourself into that box that then only seeks to sell to that small group. What is your justification? Look at Tom Clancy. He never served in the military, yet he wrote one of the best military technothrillers of all time with Hunt for Red October. Research. He researched and then brought that into the story, and it was novel at the time. It was great. How many romance authors have billionaire boyfriends? How many romance authors have 5 alpha males vying for their attention? They probably don't. However, they've researched, they've written compelling stories, and they're successful because the quality of the story. It comes back to the quality of the story. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be living that life in order to write that story successfully, to write that story convincingly. Just write it well. Quality of the story. I would always recommend John Truby's books, Anatomy of Story, Anatomy of Genres. Both of those give you a lot of background information, plus reading in the genre. Understand what tropes people hit, and then research. Get out there and look. Get out there and study the airwaves. Look at people. Study people. Make your characters realistic based on what you see, what you hear, how you interact with them, and what you find compelling. And then push that story out with those compelling characters and the great story. All you have to do is write a great story and put it in the right reader's hands. That's all you have to do in this business. Everything else, secondary, or it's noise, or it's tasks that build up to those two things. Make sure you write a great story first. That's what matters most. Everything else pales. If you don't write a great story, no matter what you do, no matter how you market, it's going to be a tough sell. It's going to be a tough business to be in. Write that great story. That's what sells. All right? Peace, fellow humans.